Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, imperfect action will beat perfect intention every single fucking time. Every single fucking time. Yo, and perfection, here's the thing. Perfection has kept more men stuck than failure ever has. Today, I'm gonna show you why. Let's bring this to a motorsport example. Actually, let's bring this to my Camaro example. Last night I was working on my Camaro. My goal is to hit this shit every Saturday that I can, that I don't have a family gathering. I say that because I already have one coming up. For so long, I kept putting up the excuses. For so long, I have the intention of getting it going. For so long, I have built the fucking build list. I can't tell you how many different variations of build lists I have put together on Excel because I was waiting to have the perfect fucking Camaro. But guess what? Perfect intention does not beat imperfect action, because you can have the most best intention in the world, but if you don't back it up by action, you will never get anywhere. Like, dog, I had endless mental debates about which way I wanted to go with my Camaro. No, I'm gonna do this route. No, I'm gonna go this route. No, I'm already going this way. I'm already spending this much. Might as well just take it to the next level. Just might as well make it this much. Bro, and I kept making it perfect and making it perfect and making it perfect and making it. And let me just fix this one thing first. And then let me do this thing also. And then once it's perfect, then I'll gonna fucking move. Brother, the realization is that same thinking is exactly why my car sat for 9 fucking years. And I say that now because I'm looking back and I was like, yo, if I would have just taken the imperfect action, if I would have just focused on just getting it running, that car would have been running so long ago. And I'm realizing now, because like now that I'm actually trying to put together, I'm so close. I'm closer than I've ever been. Like I should be firing this car up in the next 2 weeks. And I'm here thinking about it. And I was like, yo, I'm here trying to build this monster race car. Like if it's the last car I'm ever gonna build. And like all this stuff and everything needs to be perfect and all that shit. And it accumulated. And then the cost kept going up. And I was like, oh my God, and I'm never gonna fucking do this. And then fuck that. I'm going to make it happen, because I'm gonna make it happen, and I'm gonna stop putting excuses out there, and I'm gonna stop saying that, oh, I wanna make this power, and I'm gonna wait till this. Fuck that. We're gonna get running right now with the parts that I have for the least amount of money. And that right there is my imperfect action. That right there is beating my perfect intention that I've had over the last 9 years with imperfect action, with just making it happen, with just making it work. We're just taking whatever parts I have, whatever things I can gather, whatever the minimum that I can spend to get this car back on the road. That right there is my imperfect action. You see, I'd rather drive an imperfect Camaro than fantasize, than fucking mentally masturbate about how fucking this perfect car is gonna come out once I'm done with it. Because it will never be perfect. I'm here like building this fucking perfect thing in my mind off of spreadsheets of how this badass race car, like if it's the last car I'm ever gonna fucking build in my life, and then that right there has kept the project on a standstill. And I was like, yo, I gotta relate this message. Yo, I gotta fucking get to someone else who can vibe with this, because if I would have taken imperfect action from the beginning, I would have already had that car running. And maybe you're in the same boat that I am. Maybe you've been, I'm not gonna get this rolling until it's perfect, until I can afford this, or until I can build the one that I want. My brother, this is your wake-up call. This is your sign. This is your message. Stop waiting for that perfect, intentional ride or build or whatever it is for you to be achieved. Just take the imperfect action. You see, perfection is just fear wearing a smart outfit. And when you put it like that, you're like, oh, that sounds fucking silly, right? Well, perfectionism sounds like discipline, right? It really does. You're like, no, I'm just gonna be disciplined. I'm already doing this way. Might as well just go all the way. Might as well just do it the way I want it, right? But usually perfection is just fear in disguise. You see, fear of wasting time, fear of doing it wrong, fear of being judged, fear of it's not gonna be good enough. My brother, perfection feels productive, right? But it produces nothing. It produces nothing because you're like, oh, I'm literally living the story of my Camaro. Oh, no, I'm already, building 1,000. Might as well build what I really want. At least 1,500 horsepower. Might as well, I'm doing the fuel system. Might as well go all out. I might as well, I'm already doing a turbocharger. Might as well get the biggest one I could get. I'm already doing this. Might as well put a Holly in it. Might as well bro, all these things started acting up, started racking up, and it snowballed, until when I fucking looked at the total on the spreadsheet, I was like, yo, I can't build this shit right now. And even if I could, it wouldn't be the fucking smart move. Not for my family, not what we're trying to achieve right now. And so I am focused on taking imperfect action, about making it happen at the lowest cost that I can, with the amount of parts that I have. You see, you don't need the perfect build, my brother. What you need is just a running engine. What you need is a running car. You go figure it out the way. Actually, that is the fucking coolest part about all this shit. And when I flipped my mind, my perspective on how I was looking at this, I was like, yo, this is the road. This is how it's supposed to be. Enjoy the process, dog. Go and build this iteration, and then go drive it, and then go break something, and then build it again, and keep going. But a car on the road is better than some fucking perfect imaginary shit on paper any day of the week. See, perfection doesn't protect you. What perfection does is that it paralyzes you, my brother. I had to take a deep breath right there because I'm like, yo, this shit is hitting me hard. I'm like, yo, if I would have just focused on imperfect action and just accepted that I'm going to bring my car back how it was, I would have already been banging gears and fucking gone through so many iterations. But it is what it is. I'm here sharing my lesson that I've learned this week. Progress creates momentum, dog. And thinking creates delays. And so if you want the momentum, if you want to get the ball rolling, if you want to get things moving, focus on just doing one thing at a time. What's the next thing you could do? What's the next thing you could do? But yet if you sit there and you're like, oh, but I have to do this, and then I'm going to have to do this one, and then this one, and then this one, it delays. It delays. So if you have to do things, just fucking put it down on a list and start seeing which one you can attack. One at a time, all down the line. See, movement solves more problems than planning ever will. But you gotta start. You gotta attack it. You gotta let go of the fear of things going wrong. You gotta let go of oh my God, I'm gonna mess up. Oh my God, I'm gonna do things out of order. Oh my God, what if I have to buy another part? It doesn't matter. Imperfect action beats perfect intention. You see, action exposes what really needs fixing. And most of the time, we just procrastinate because we want this perfect scenario and it never ends up happening. And so take the fucking imperfect action, my brother. Create the momentum. Momentum, when you get the ball rolling, when you start seeing progress, it starts creating clarity for yourself. It starts creating happiness. You start seeing things coming together and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting fucking closer. See, clarity kills doubt. And the moment that you move is the moment that your excuses start to lose grip over you. Just think about it. The car didn't need to be finished. It just needed to be alive again. The car didn't need to be, this is it. This is the last time I'm ever going to be able to work on this. This is the last iteration I'm ever going to do. I'm here trying to build this perfect thing, this perfect machine, like if it's the last build of my whole entire life. No. Let's just fucking make it alive. Let's go make it drivable. Let's go make it fire up again, and we'll go iteration at a time. This is a fucking progress. This is a journey. This is forever. And so don't you think think about it like this. Don't you think that when you think too much about what you need to do, it gets in the way of what you actually need to do? It's funny how that works, right? You're like, oh my God, you start thinking about it, and like, oh, but then I gotta think, and I gotta do this. You literally outthink yourself from doing the action. But instead, if you're like, all right, well, I got all these things to do. All right, fuck it. Let me just write all this thing down. I have literally a list. I just started writing down. And I was like, all right, I know that I need to get something done. I know that I need to get the progress done. I know that I need to get the ball rolling. What is the first thing I could attack? And I just go down this, all right, bam, I pick this one. Bam, and then I pick the next one. Bam, and then I hit the next one. Before I know it, I look back and I'm like, yo, I've actually attacked like 5 or 10 things over this past weekend. But yeah, if I would have sit there and fucking mentally masturbate of all the shit that needs to happen, nothing gets done. When you actually start moving, you move out of the way from blocking yourself into that. Everything needs to be perfect. Things need to be aligned. Things, when I'm ready, I'll get to it. Fuck that. Messy action is how real wins are fucking built. You see, nothing great starts clean. It starts by moving. And so, like, this all ties back in to how we live our life. Into our mindset, into our spirituality, into our relationships, into our careers, into our even our bodies, into how we roll, into our passions, everything. It literally rolls into everything. Like, the reason why it rolls into everything is because we can literally outthink ourselves from taking the things that need to get done in our life. And when we're on fire, when our mindset is right, when our body is right, when our spirituality is right, when our relationships are right, when our career is right, when our passions are right, when everything is moving along, it doesn't have to be perfect, but when everything is moving along and you're noticing the progress that's been happening, you're like, yo, I'm fucking doing good. And here's the thing, you don't have to have it done, you don't have to be great, but the fact that you're making progress equals happiness, remember that. And so when you start proving to your mind and you're like, yo, I got this done, I got that done, I fucking worked out today, oh, I did a meditation, oh, I you know what, I didn't want to do that for my wife today, but I did it because I love her. And then, bro, all those things start to act up, and then you start fucking waking up and feeling powerful, all because you are attacking multiple areas in your life, one of the most important categories that matter, in my opinion. Your mindset, your body, your spirituality, your relationship, your career, and your passion. And when all 6 are thriving, or when all 6 are moving, are rolling, you start feeling on fire. You see, driving the Camaro with flaws beats staring at a fucking flawless plan that never hits the fucking road. And that's why it stood still for 9 fucking years. So fix it while it's moving, not while it's parked. That right there is literally what I'm telling myself. Yo, things are gonna break. Things are gonna need more iteration. You're gonna want to change this. You're gonna want to put a bigger turbo later. You want to put a bigger, all right, it's okay. Let's get it rolling right now. Fix it while it's moving, not while it's parked. It's been parked for far too long. So my question for you, my brother, is this. What in your life has been sitting parked because you kept telling yourself that it needs to be perfect, because the situation needs to be right, because things are not ready yet? And my challenge for you, dog, is just to take one messy action today. No research, no overthinking, no polishing, just fucking move. You see, my brother, perfect lives exist only in your head. Progress lives in motion. So take the messy action right now. And I promise you that you'll thank yourself later, once the things get rolling. Once you start seeing the progress, once you start looking around, a couple of weeks pass by and you're like, oh my God, I actually got a lot of shit done. All because you stopped letting the overthinking paralyze you into thinking that everything needs to be perfect for you to take the next move. Let's get it. Yo, I'm slamming the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open warrior who's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the chains, step out of the average, and become that badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open podcast, this Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. It's a mission that God has stamped in my heart, and helping you rise is the purpose I live for. So lock this shit in and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And if this message, it lit that fire in your chest, my brother, don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another warrior who's hungry for more. Because the truth of the matter is that building a better life for your family is not negotiable. You got people who are depending on you. You got a legacy to create. And those excuses that keep popping up in your mind, my brother, they'll never feed the fucking table. It's time to get up. It's time to lock in. It's time to get to fucking work, dog. This is your moment. This is your mission. This is your movement. And wide open is the fucking way. Let's go.